Hello and welcome everybody. We have a lot of stuff to go through today, and we have the NAEU patch notes for July 30th. Let's get right into it. First off, we got the Hyperboost. There's a lot of stuff in here. First off, we have the Tuvala gear being buffed up a little bit to match the Pen Boss gear stats. So we see the stats going up across the board. They're also removing the Boss Gear exchange coupons, which you will have gotten a 1000 G gold bar for. There's also the quests to exchange the Swell Seashells and Boss Gear exchange coupon quest being removed. During the maintenance today, you pretty much got a payout, and they added a quest to exchange Pen Tuvala Soul for a Pen Artina Soul as a shy once per family. So if you happen to have a Pen Tuvala Soul, you can exchange it for one Pen Artina Soul. Olvia Academy benefits, they added an extra challenge to reward you a Pen Blackstar weapon box upon enrolling at Olvia Academy. Then they also added 6 new rewards to the Olvia Academy family rewards in combat. You get 4 extra obsidian hammers, a gem of twilight, and inverted Garmoth heart, or heart of Garmoth. Class 3 will also be starting, so we're going to see that in a bit. Then we have something for the Black Shrine solo special rewards. So they added a quest that rewards 4 types of Slumbering Armor gear. If you already have the Slumbering Origin gear, then you can pretty much exchange these to crons by heating them. The item will then disappear. If you do not have it, this gets you easy Slumbering Origin armor to then start enhancing. They also reduced the difficulty of those bosses, so we see Calamity 8 and 9, the AP requirement being lowered from 330 to 305, reduced HP and AP, reduced summon AP as well. So pretty much across the board, we see a lot of stats going down on Golden Picking, Sangun, and Gumiho. These are the required ones for the different armors. Then we have the reduced Agris Essence, Ancient Anvil on the Slumbering Origin as well. So base to Pry goes from 12 to 8. Then we have Pry to Duo going from 15 to 10. Duo to Tri going from 20 to 12. And Tri to Tet going from 50 down to 20. That should also make it a lot easier to progress. Then we have the adjusted exchange limits on the Olvia Academy Managed Currency UI. So the Desperate Crystals of Origin, which is the base taps, is being made more readily available by lowering the amount of coins and allow more exchanges. Then we have Embers of Primordial being increased more, Desperate Crystal of Origin, and these for the Dark Spirit's Greed being exchanged from 8 to 10. Same for the Steel of Undying. Then we have the Pen Kharazad Accessory Support quest. So you pretty much pick this quest, complete Olvia Academy, your first steps in. You can then hand over 10 Essences of Dawn and 50 Sharp Black Crystal Shards. And for each handover of this, you will get a Pen Kharazad, depending on how often you do complete this quest with Alistan. But in the end, it is a full Pen Kharazad set. Then we also have an adventure log for the Kharazad Enhancement Support. So they added this as well to help you with the progression from Pen to Oct. So you access the Olvia Academy Journal or Emma Bartali's journal via the menu, adventure log bookshelf. In there, you have a few things to do, like completing Igor Bartali's adventure. Volume 5, you get a stack. Then you get some items for a few other quests. For example, Ancient Hammer Pen, Ancient Blackstone Pen, Essence of Dawn, and we have the Ancient Hammer Pen again, Ancient Blackstone Pen, Advice of Vox 210. Then we see a Hex Hammer, Ancient Blackstone Hex, Essence of Dawn, then another Hex Hammer, and then another Hex and Sept Stone. Overall, these stones act like a guaranteed enhancement, just like the other stone in Olvia Academy. So pretty much this will prevent, the hammers will prevent a downgrade, just like crons, but the Blackstones will be a guaranteed enhancement success, so that is a big progress up as well. If you already have them, they added processing recipes to convert the unneeded Hyperboost items into cron stones. Pretty much if you heat any of the hammers, Labrescas, or Primordial Hammers, Ancient Hammers, or Jay's Hammers of Loyalty, you will get a certain amount of crons as a little bonus. Overall, that is a nice little feature. Then they added a crafting recipe for the Sovereign subweapon as well. So we now have the Pen Blackstar subweapon with a Flame of Primordial and the Gem of Twilight, which again you got at the Olvia Academy. This means you can get an easy Sovereign offhand. Beyond that, you also get an extra inverted Heart of Garmoth challenge requirement easement. So well, you got one, but also you get the second one easier. So before it used to be 200 hours of playtime, now it's just 100. You do still need to complete magnets, and yeah. So in total, you can obtain 2, including the challenge one. Then we also have an easement of the Ornette and Adore Spirit Essences. So overall, the Academy coins exchanges for Autonomous Elements is being lowered. Also, they're increasing the exchange limit using the coins. Then we also have a reduction of the required monsters to kill in the subjugation missions for the Atanas from 2,000 to 1,000. And they added an exchange for Atanas elements using season adventure tokens in the Manage UI, which we'll also see a bit later. Then we have Choose Your Pen Blackstar weapon challenge improvements. So they added a Blackstar sub-weapon as an option in the Choose Your Pen Blackstar box, obtained when completing Choose Your Pen Blackstar weapon challenge. So completing up to the main quest of Medaya, complete all Mountain of Eternal main quests, complete all of Land of the Morning Light main quests, or complete all simplified main quests. This will be your objective. Then we have the season pass being renewed, so we're getting some changes there. Overall, you have level requirements and gear requirements are now gone. It is pretty much only the levels and completing the Awaken and Succession quest line and talking to Fugar to pretty much get a full set of Tuvala with a few little goodies. Nothing too grand. The Kydex crystals are still there for some reason, but I don't think those are going to go away. And some adventure tokens, 150 in total, to exchange for things as well. The all new adventure support box is still there, however, so nothing too crazy on that. And here we have the the adventure tokens replacing the Seals of Journey. So existing Seals of Journey can still be exchanged in the Managed Currency UI, but you will need to spend them before they get, well, exchanged for money. Here we have the special support box, once per family, Autonomous Elements, a 250 stack, a 200 stack, Blessing of Old Moon, Mythical Sensor, Wizard Gofi, Choose Your Floramos accessory box, weapon exchange coupons, Made for Hire box, Pet box, Thea's Orb, Patricio's Pocket Watch, Inventory Expansion, Crystal Restore account coupon. Wouldn't really get these, to be honest. Choose the Resplendent Storage Box, Memory Fragment Bundle. Memory Fragment Bundle is also not really needed, but if you don't have anything else, you can always exchange them for those. Loot Scrolls, Ladles, Petals, and finally, Cronstones. They also added the following contents to the special support box, so we have a 250 and a 200 stack, and Patricio's Pocket Watch support box, which gives you a pocket watch and an inventory plus 16 expansion coupon. Further, opening the Tuvala accessory box will give you a belt, earring, and ring, and then the second box will give you the necklace, earring, and ring. So again, you're looking at a full Tuvala set ending the season. Further, they changed a gift box full of memories upon season graduation. So here we have the graduation cap remaining, Advice of Alks 100 times 2, golden graduation gown remains, crown stones. Pretty much a lot of the stuff is the same, but they pretty much just, I think they upped the Advice of Alks a little bit, which is a bit nice. Hyperboost benefits also apply to existing adventurers. And then finally, they reset all the orders and listings on the central market today, so you might need to check that. And we have quite a few events, but we'll get to those at the end. Now we have the Silent Reaper that never misses. Agent has been released. Overall, all of Agent's main weapon applies to Succession until Agent's Awakening is released. Agent belongs to the Skirmisher class group. The Abyssal Legacy skill will be added at a later date. And completing the Agent's Succession questline and receive Marnie's Pocket Watch, this item will be removed when the Agent Awakening is released. Marnie's Pocket Watch is obtained by completing the Succession questline with either a season or a normal character. Then we have the Marnie's Pocket Watch. Tosi's Help quest has been added and is available from the Black Spirit after completing the questline. And completing the quest, then complete the quest and show a Sovereign Awakening weapon to Wakitoshi in towns to receive the Marnie's Pocket Watch with the same reform and enhancement level. So this is again that placement Pocket Watch or Awakening replacement. They also added the option to create the My Attendant with the Agent appearance, and then we obviously have the developer commentary, main trailer, and combat trailer being shown here. There is also the GM notes if you wish to check that out. Further, the tag rotation has now been changed to Deadeye and Agent, so you can now copy items to them for 1 silver. That is a big change. Then we have the Olvia Academy Class 3 enrollment starting from now until November 5th. All students can accept the weekly quest on the Bulletin End Cliff, and that will be until November 11th. And the Olvia Academy Class 2 has ended now officially. All families that had not graduated were automatically graduated, and ongoing or completing courses have been reset, and we have some typo fixes in the farming description. Then the other thing a few people have been waiting for since the ball is the Gavina Coastal Cliff. This is the solo Oluns. Once the guardians of the regions, the golems have now been corrupted by Sulphur's toxicity. Adventurers crossing the cliffs must beware of the devastating attacks. It is at the northern end of Road Sulphur, at the Gavina Coastal Cliff, pretty much, which is also the drop rate node. Overall, you have these big Oluns. The recommended displayed stats are 400 and 470, with a recommended total of 1990 and 820, with a max AP limit of 2020. The monster zone CC is knockdown bound. It is the highest tier monster zone where you can obtain exclusive loot such as Primordial Pigment, Luster, and Corrupt Oil of Immortality. Accordingly, the highest tier tag has been added to the zone. Highest tier monster zones also drop exclusive loot. So here we have the key loot being displayed as well. Turquoise Primordial Pigment for Idana and Sovereign, and obviously the Pities. Then we have the Sulphur Golem Power Core and a Fragment. Gavina Coastal Cliff Paint being added, which is a new type of paint, which has also been added to the boxes. Olin's Valley Merchant Ring, Corrupt Oil of Immortality, Debos as usual, Refined Origin of Hunger and Essence still. The trash loot is sitting at 165,508 silver, and here we can see the turquoise pigment being shown. It pretty much overrides and removes the current applied pigment, just like the others. And if you open the Sulphur Golem Power Core, you will receive a one of the following with a set probability, either a Kabul artifact or a Dekia, all damage reduction or all evasion. If you open the fragments, you will get the Kabul fragments and Dekia fragments, technically giving you more of a choice. This one's RNG, this one's more of a choice. Agris Fever consumption by monsters at the cliff. The Volcano Golem is not going to use Agris, but the Boulder and Rock Golem are going to use 16, and the Stalagmites 77. They also added some new titles for 1,000, 2,000, and 5,000, which is Sulphur Miner, Something Smells, and Heating Up. They also added the Coastal Cliff to the Alan Servant landscape, and you can now select it as well in the Choose Your Landscape boxes in the Merchant Ring. UI-wise, the world map stable information info improvements have been made. So they improved the info, the displayed by the mount transport button, now shows in which stable the mount is currently checked into, allowing you to see its location before transporting it. Now also shows which character took the mount. Mounts taken out via Crocodile Sanctuary can also be viewed, which can be done via the filter buttons. You can use all mounts taken out or Crocodile Sanctuary. Further, they also increased the display duration of rare item drop logs from 5 to 5.6 seconds, also the appearance in front of the skill guide, and finally, they've improved the rare drop item visual effects to be more noticeable, and finally, they improved the audio cue. So we don't have a cheer, but we are still getting an audio cue there. System-wise, they changed the Black Desert Launcher shortcut icon. Nothing too grand there. Web-wise, they added Agent to the Overview Class Introduction page, improved the Class Introduction page to display class icons and names on mobile devices, fixed an issue where Archer was listed as Awakening instead of Ascension, and they mitigated an issue where the comma symbol could not be used in certain posts. And they, in translations, they changed to unify the following terms in English. Magic Bullet of Last Hope is now Hex Round Reaper, and Gannicus's Magic Bullet is Gannicus's Hex Round. Then we have modifications and changes. They changed the die UI and Pro Shop to prevent switching to combat stance while the view underwear is enabled. They also changed the Awakening tab in the skill UI to be deactivated for those that do not have one. They fixed an issue where the stats for Bonglang's tier and Gearin tier crystals were not applied correctly. Updated key loot descriptions on the Black Shrines to indicate the difficulties from which the tier evolution can be obtained. Then they fixed some issues where the characters would occasionally die when immediately exiting after failing a Calamity 8 to 10 Samgashki. Mitigated an issue where switching characters were delayed during boss spawn times. Some more. They fixed some issue where characters' locations were not displayed when using view family characters after checking all these stats in the world map. Then they fixed an issue where closing the world map view via the exit button while the world map storage UI was open. The previously viewed storage appeared selected when opening storage through the storage keeper in another region. Then they fixed some issue where workshop names were truncated when opening the UI in the world map. Fixed some issues where on cooldown flickered when opening the inventory. Adjusted the camera angle when talking to certain NPCs near Ilia Island Wharf. Then they fixed some issues where wind behaved unnaturally at the entrance of Calphion Northwestern Outpost. Fixed some issue where the Arena of Solar replay would not download if no title was entered. Then they fixed some issues in the trade goods for level 4, 5, and 6, not connecting in Grana after a barter refresh. Gamepad mode, they enabled the War of the Roses Appoint Captain UI. Then they fixed some issues where Material 3 for the Concentrated Magical Black Gem item was listed as Blackstone Powder in English. Then they reduced the item and damage of Sangune's clones summoned when Adventurer fall below 50% during Calamity 7 to 10 in Sanguine, in the Solo Shrine. They also reduced the number of damage of Yukhoons summoned when Sangune's HP falls under 35 from in 8 to 10. And then finally, Sorceress, they fixed an issue where the hip area appeared awkward when wearing the Black Horizon outfit. Talking about the big events, we have Triple Vell, Garmoth, and Heart rewards. Overall, you can check the boss times in the in-game, but otherwise in Garmoth, we again have the extra quest from Kukao, the painter, and Vell, you will just simply get 2 bundles. Then we have Caphras extraction for 1 silver. With the changes of Tuvala, they were nice enough to give us 1 silver Caphras extraction. So if you still have some boss gear that you really just want to get this out now, you can definitely do this to get them out for cheap. Then the summer refresh packages and bundle sale is back. So overall, 90% off on Black Desert and 50% on the bigger packs. Then we also have the typical bundles in game. And finally, Steam down to $1. Same thing for the bundles, 50% off across the board. This is a great time to get a friend into Black Desert if you're looking to do so. With the cheaper options, it is great. Then we have the new class Agents Adventures. From now until August 27th, a secret agent's orders have arrived. Collect the agent seals and exchange them for operation supplies. So first off, we have a gun, Edward Henry, Agent's Thunderous Rhythm. And then once per family, some goodies, including Transcendent Premium Enhancement Boxes, Ultimate Premium Enhancement Boxes, some other Enhancement Boxes, 250 stack and 300 as highlights. We also have Value Pack, Kama, and Old Moon, Inventory Expansion, and Weapon Exchange Coupon Box. Finally, we got some paint boxes again, Artists of Memory, Wizard Gofi, Mystical Sensors are back, Choose Your Skill Change Coupon, Ellie's Magical Elixir and Fugards, Magical Shards, and Choose Your Resplendent Storage Box. And then finally, Deathbound Resolve and Fatebound Resolve, effectively life and combat buffs again, with some Elian's Blessings and Tears of the Wind again, and always exchangeable Cronstones. You can complete the daily login challenge and complete special operations from the category. Right-click the Agent's Adventures, the item, and then you effectively do that. You'll also get additional seals from Subjugation, Gathering, and Fishing again. You can obviously get them there. Here we have the mission UI shown. Effectively pick your mission and pick your poison. You might also get the seals right away without completing the quest. That is always that RNG. Speaking of those seals, we also have daily Twitch drops running from now until August 17th. You can pretty much watch any Black Desert category. I would be happy if you swing by, but it's perfectly alright if you go elsewhere. Resets every day at midnight, and with that, if you watch an hour on a weekday, you get the Deathbound Resolve, Combat and Life, Cronstones. If you watch 2 hours, you get 50 Agent Seals. On the weekend, we get Enhancement Help Kits and those buffs with 300 Cronstones extra and 100 Agent Seals on 2 hours. Pretty grand. Just be sure to pick up your Twitch drops, don't forget. Then we have Operation Level Up, also running until August 27th. You pretty much get 3 additional character slots, so the maximum is now 47. A new season character ticket, if you are not holding 5. You also get some rewards once per family for leveling up agents, so we have 10, 50, 56, completing the Succession quest line, 57, 58, 59, 60, and 61. Overall, pretty standard stuff, really great. We also have the Endless Growth Juices mentioned here. Pinto Sweet Juice and such. Overall, this is always a nice little starter for the character for free. Then we have the August daily login rewards. Fairly standard login rewards. Resplendent Chakato seals. Nothing grand here, but they are reset. Then we have the Campt Tuvala guild event, summer season. So if you're coming back, you can always join one of these guilds. These are new adventurer guilds. So first off, we have the Campt Tuvala event guild. For example, in NA Pool Party. In EU, we have Giraffe and Sunhaven. Overall, you can contact these guilds if you would like to join. Otherwise, go into the Discord and find a guild that speaks to you. Then we have your favorite accessory returns. It's another daily pass. The daily pass will be a bit unique. So overall, we have the standard stuff in the daily pass. Nothing crazy there for week 1, week 2. But we do have the daily special appearance pet preview, so you can select between all the previous ones, which includes the pixel, heart-shaped sunglasses, professional glasses, silent night, black cat headband, and tiger spirit. And in the case of the pets, you have Rauno, Erythea snow leopard, Lost Scar, Fluffy llama, that's always a thing to stumble over, the young Fogan, and the obsidian leopard returning. Then we have a nice little preview on the Lifeguard. Overall, we had the video at the ball. We have the Shy with their little floaties, a Lifeguard outfit for the women, and men being more Baywatchy with top off, at least probably with the cape removed. Otherwise, you get a sort of polo shirt. 3 active styles, face safety first, sporty visor, dolphin shorts, and marine look. I mean, overall, nothing crazy there. But talking about Pearl Shop, we do have the Pearl Shop as well. We obviously have the new summer outfit Lifeguard being released here, being mentioned again as it is usual. We have the Lifeguard outfit, choose your premium outfit box, and the pet baby hippo being a package, including some dances. Then we have the all classes Lifeguard pack, triple Lifeguard pack, ultimate pack, and exclusive outfit. This item is a limited offer, so it will not be sold again in the future. Classes released after the sale period cannot open the Lifeguard outfit set box, and as a summer 2026 exclusive, this item can be listed on the central market at a higher price than other outfit sets, so you might be able to nab one there if you do not wish to spend the pearls. Then we have a special box for 100 Pearl box with 1,000 bonus. This is only for 100 A-coins. Nice little thing if you really want to try to get away with it cheap. Then we have new class outfits for Agent, obviously, the Hex Round Reaper being shown. This is always a thing. Then we have the Agent Cirrus release, Citrus, not Cirrus, looking Frosh. Rookies, Outlaws of Magoria, Corvicanus robe, definitely fitting. Mr. Muscles is being released for him, clocked in. And then we also have the Agent accessories, which include some of the glasses, round piercing, rector piercing, and cat whiskers. Also underwear for him. Daily special pass is obviously in the Pearl Shop as well. New blacksmith boxes. It's Gamba boxes. What are you expecting? Nothing too crazy there. We're just gonna go through these. I mean, I'm not a big fan of them. If you would like to spend your money on it, but most of the time it's not going to be beneficial. Then we have the Agent release packs. So Agent Gannicus's Mark, you get the Edward Canary's weapon box, which pretty much gives you the gun and that visual. Then we have the 30% discount titled Gannicus. Choose your codename Naughty Box. Effectively, it's a doggy box. We have a beagle with a gun. It looks adorable, but for that you do need to get those seals, which are from the Agent packs, which we're going to see in a second. So here we have the Agent codename G. You get 3 of the marks, which means you're not going to be able to get a lot except for maybe the title or the pet. If you choose this one, it does come with a few little goodies. Then we have the Interdimensional Agent pack, which again comes with 2 seals, but this one is not available in Belgium and Netherlands due to the Gamba boxes. And Secret Agent Dress Code pack, also giving you some of those tokens. Then we have the Agent Supplies pack. It's a weight limit pack with some marks in there. Secret Agent's Blacksmith, again, a Gamba box with a mark. These are kind of just a booster. You can definitely get them if you want to, but it's not my kind of thing. Then we have the Secret Scroll of Pure Equilibrium coming back with 70% off. That is a nice little reroll option. You also have a one-time 50% off character slot expansion coming, which is also pretty nice. And then finally, new and returning adventurers can get the Black Spirit Pass for a 70% discount coupon. So that is a nice little bonus for those new and returning adventurers. And with that, I hope to see you around with Agent or with any other class returning to Black Desert, and I wish you all the best.